run through the tape. In life, never give up, run through the tape.
Well, game that started out 24-3, and Atlanta up by 15 at the break, 43-28. Kyle Korver has rediscovered the three-point stroke in Game 2 of this Eastern Conference first rounder. Hey, y'all. Studio J in Atlanta, American Express halftime report, Ernie Johnson. Got Shaq, got Chuck, got Kenny, got Chuck in a very thoughtful looking face you were making.
You know, that
or am I misreading?
No. First of all, there was an awful first half for Boston.
Okay.
For Boston.
How bad? By the way, I hate to interrupt, but they do have a graphic.
You do it if you
they
hate
do
to
have
do
a
it.
graphic on the first quarter. Wicked, awful stat.
Come on, man. 3 for 23.
7 points. This is the 603rd playoff game in Celtics history, and it's their lowest scoring quarter ever.
Wow.
7 points in the first quarter. They were down 24-7, down 24-3 at one point. Now, we just wanted to get that in. Now, continue, please.
But I think you got to feel really good at halftime if you're the Celtics. I mean, you can't go worse than 3 for 23.
You go 2 for 23.
Yeah.
Or 3 for 24.
Or 4 for 25.
Y'all not going to be serious, man.
Oh, we are.
Okay.
Oh, we're not going to be serious? Okay.
But I think you got to be very encouraged. If I'm Coach Stevens, I'm saying, guys, we played as bad as we possibly could. Kyle Korver's on fire. But we're only down 15 points. You've got to be encouraged.
Game 1 was a 17-point game at the half, turned into a 1-point game before it was all said and done. But it's 43-28, and he brought up Kyle Korver, who was 0 for 7 from deep in Game 1, 1 for 10 from the field overall, but had the stroke immediately in this one.
I said before the game he needed to have a big game, and so far he's doing that. Played against a lot of shooters, lost against a great shooter in the finals. And this right here is refreshing for your teammates when you got a guy that can hit demoralizing shots like this. He's been off, but he's on now. He hits that first one right there. And Kyle Korver, break. He could possibly run for the layup, but nope, that's Kyle Korver. What do? Stop behind that line and just shoot it up. Bang. He's been off, but right now he's on right there. The defense turns his head. Get to the spot, Kyle Korver. Do what you do. That's why he's 5 for 6. It's very refreshing when you have a teammate that can hit shots like that.
He's the only player in double figures in the game with 15, 5 out of 7, and 5 out of 6 from deep. And meantime, Kenny, you always like the block party highlights, and the Hawks had plenty of those.
So I just want to. Oh, I don't have
He
any.
doesn't have any.
I don't have
pictures.
I don't have any pictures today.
No matter.
But you took the bait.
He took the
All right,
bait.
though.
Hey, pull something on the board. There are no pictures
You
today.
ain't gonna never beat me again, Kenny. You too slow.
We do have pictures of blocks, though.
No, I'd say the one thing that
You don't want to talk about the block.
he does not like the fact that I stepped
Oh, no, he
back.
doesn't
He's coming
at all.
over here. He does not like this.
Continue.
Doc, it's tough to. It's like
Go ahead,
it's like painting with someone over your shoulder. It's hard to do that.
You ain't gonna never beat me again, Kenny.
But anyway, the one thing that you would say is that we were talking about A.V. Bradley and his presence and not being here, and it doesn't show up in terms of you say, well, they only had 7 points a quarter. He wouldn't have had that much of an impact on the offensive end. But he would have on a defensive end in this regard. He wouldn't have missed assignments. And we saw what Shaq showed on numerous occasions. They weren't bad plays, just missed assignments. So you have to know and locate and relocate where guys are. And guys like A.V. Bradley are great at making your assignment happen. And then that limits. So Kyle, let's say he would have shot well today, but he probably would have only had 3 threes and not 6. 6 attempts. So now he would have had 3 attempts. He would have just limited the amount of attempts by being on the floor.
If you look at the stats, I said before the game, it's going to be a backcourt against front court. Atlanta has the better front court. Boston, I like their guards a little, but they got to play. They're 1 for 15.
Isaiah Thomas
It's 1 for 10. But the guy, Marcus Smart, who's starting for Bradley, he hasn't scored. He's 0 for 5. Sometimes we always talk about strategy and all this other stuff. Man, you got to play well at times. You can't go 1 for 15 and expect to win a game.
43-28 after 24 minutes. down the road 2.2 miles to the Highlight Factory. Back with more on the American Express Halftime Report in a second.
Ernie Ways Johnson.
Welcome to the American Express Halftime Report. American Express, the official credit card of the NBA.
Time now for American Express teammates. In Game 1 of the San Antonio-Memphis series, Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge getting the job done as San Antonio teammates in that 106-74 victory in Game 1. Kawhi, 20. LaMarcus had 17. And look at those defensive numbers. 4 steals and 3 blocks for Kawhi Leonard, the back-to-back defensive player of the year. That's American Express. Teammates.
What's this here?
This is halftime down there at the Highlight Factory.
What is this?
Planet Fitness.
Isn't this ironic? These fat people got Planet Fitness jerseys on.
Oh, it's probably a little bit of a.
Okay, Chuck.
A little what?
An ironic.
Chuck.
The ironic is the word, Ernie.
I know. That's what they're. I think
That's
they're
actually
doing,
a great place,
they're
Planet.
doing that on
I'm a member at Planet Fitness.
Well, you would join right into this group. You join right into this group. You set
Join
yourself
right
up.
into this group.
Back here on the American Express Halftime Report. Look who else was watching the show. Mike Conley watching. And keep this rolling long enough just to see the Mike Conley reaction. Just the head shake. Yeah, we're used to it. That's fine.
I love watching that kid play. Most underrated player in the NBA.
You've been watching the American Express Halftime Report. American Express, the official credit card of the NBA.